What's up, PEL fans? Ace Coach 704, your commish coming at you. We're at the mid-season. Typically, this is around the time we do power rankings, so they'll be done after week 9, which advances tomorrow. So if we do advance on time, that means they'll be on the live show. Yay. For this week's storylines, I figured we're at the midpoint, so we're gonna look at everyone's season thus far and see what's coming up second half. So starting with the Bears, started out with a win, then he lost 4 in a row, then they won 3 in a row. So this is a roller coaster ride. Now they're on a bye week. Coming out of that, they got a couple of big games in the NFC North to see if they're going to contend or pretend. So I'm moving around because I got this camera set up. I'm trying to look at the TV, but it's not the best setup here. All right, so then the Bengals. The Bengals did get off the winless schneid in a sim. Sim went over the Colts, so they're pretty much out of it. They should be playing young players. They got a chance to play spoiler. They play some playoff possible teams with the Jags, Browns, Steelers, Bears, Vikings. They can be a big influence here coming down the stretch. Yours truly, Buffalo Bills. We lost our one game on BS. Still mad about it. But coming up, we've got the Saints at home, and then we go on the road, a big game at the Chargers. And then down the stretch, we finish up in our own division, so we'll try not to screw it up. But we keep getting it done with smoke and mirrors. Denver Broncos pretty much out of it. They did win this week, though. They've won 2 in a row, so maybe they figured something out. One was a sim win, though, so you take that in stride. But play your young players and get ready for the offseason. Cleveland Browns are in it for sure. They have won every game since they lost to the Steelers in week 1. So Browns doing what they do, pissing people off. They got a bye this week and then 2 big games after the bye with Lions and Jags coming out of that. So they got to be ready to go. Tampa Bay, he was bragging when he plays he does well with Doug Martin, which no one's scared of still. They won this week over the Panthers 31-9. They got 2 big games coming up, the Saints and then the Jets. They got to win both of those to stay in it, I believe. Lose one of those, you start getting ready for next year. Cardinals, new to the league, welcome once again. Since he's joined, he has taken over for the inept previous owner. Don't get me started on that. And has won every game since he's taken over, so he's in it. He can keep on winning. He's got to play 49ers in a big game, and then he's got the Seahawks. So 2 huge games coming up for the Cardinals here. Deontay's Chargers are undefeated, as everybody knows. He's been crying about running backs being hurt. We really don't feel sorry for him. So he's got 5 big games in a row coming up to test that undefeated streak. He's at Jacksonville, home versus me, at the Cowboys. He's got the Browns, and then finally the Redskins before he kind of gets a little break there. So got some tough teams coming up, but he's playing really well, as usual. Chiefs are out of it. They're going towards next season. That's where the focus is. They lost to the Cowboys. They got a bye coming up. Then they're at the Giants, and then they're home against the Bills. So they can play spoiler, but knowing him, he's going to be playing for a better draft pick. So take that for what it's worth. The Colts already told me he's playing for next season. He took this year as a learning experience. He's got the Steelers next, and then a bye. Then he's got the Titans and Jags. So he can play spoiler here himself a little bit. Cowboys are still in it. They won a tough game against the Chiefs. Then they're on the road at the Falcons, and they got the Eagles and the Chargers. So a little bit of a tough stretch coming up for the Cowboys to see if they're still going to be in it or not. The Dolphins have been up and down. They win one, lose one. They even got a tie thrown in there. They got the Raiders, and I hope the Raiders will go ahead and schedule and play this game. That hadn't been played yet. Then he's at the Panthers, got a bye. And he's got the Patriots and the Broncos. So, nice little mix of teams in there. Well, no, we'll see what happens. He still got 2 against me, so he's not out of the division race yet. You got the Eagles. The Eagles have struggled a bit. They do have a bye coming up, and then out of the bye they're at Dallas, and then they got the Bears and the Seahawks. So tough stretch there. I think Philly might start looking towards next season. The Falcons have made several moves, as y'all know, of course. And he was kind of struggling until he played me, and then of course I'm the catalyst for everybody. He's won 5 in a row since then. The Magic saved the season, apparently. Excuse my voice. I'm still trying to get through this crap. But anyway, he's got the Cowboys at Seahawks, and then the Bucks and Vikings. So tough little 4-game stretch coming up for the Falcons here. 49ers have all of a sudden turned on their offense. It was dead for a little while, but then they got it going here the past few weeks. Like I said, they got that big game with the Cardinals, then they've got the Giants and a bye, and then the Seahawks. So a tough stretch here for the 49ers. We can see if they're real or if they're fake. New York Giants, they have they had a bye week 8. Week 9 they haven't played yet. They played the Rams. Then they got that 49ers game I just mentioned, Chiefs and at Redskins. So, yeah, a bit of a mix there for the Giants the next few weeks. The Jags, coming off a bye, week 9 Bengals, they hadn't played yet. Then they got the Chargers and then at the Browns, at the improved Cardinals. So a tough 3-game stretch coming up for the Jags also. The Jets, we all know, are somewhat of a struggle, but they've come in, they played competitively. They tied the Dolphins in their first game, and then they were right there with the Falcons. Tonight they lost to me. I got a lot of breaks in that game though. Fumble, and then I think I had 3 interceptions. I think we returned 2 for touchdowns. So we had some breaks in there, but that goes both ways in games. They got the Bucks a bye, and then the Panthers coming up. All right, the Lions are in it. They beat the Packers today, or tonight, I should say. They got a tough game next with the Browns, and then they're at the Bears and Vikings. So divisional games here in the NFC North are always going to be tough. That's a very good division, like I've said. Packers lost to the Lions today. They're at Bears, and they got the Ravens. So they got to win both of those games, I think, to stay in it. And then they've got Steelers, Bucks, and Browns again. Well, no, they got... I'm all messed up. Either way, the Packers got to win the next 2 to stay in it. The Panthers. It's been a struggle for the Panthers so far. They won their first game. They lost 4 in a row. Then they won against the Eagles. And now they lost 3 more. So you got to start shifting towards the younger guys in this kind of situation. They got the Dolphins, and they're at the Jets and the Saints. So there's some winnable games coming up. But you got to start developing your young guys now when you're out of it. The Patriots, injuries have hurt them the past couple of games. They started out pretty good. They lost the past 2 games pretty big, but they're hurt. They got some key guys out with Gronk and I think another receiver and a running back. They're coming back off the bye with the Broncos and the Raiders and then the Dolphins. So I think those 3 games, if they want to stay in it, they got to win 2 out of 3 at least. Raiders missed my game. I hope he, gets this game in with the Dolphins. He's got a bye, and then Patriots and Broncos, and then the Giants. So a little tough stretch there, but they're in a good spot for a wild card, I believe. Rams got to be building for next year, I think. That division has gotten tougher with the new Cardinals coming in there, and then the Seahawks and 49ers are doing pretty well also. So play those young guys, start developing, use that XP, and get it together. Ravens. The Ravens did win tonight over the Titans to give them the second win on the year, but he's already gone young. He knows the season's gone. He's got a bye next week, and he's got Packers, Texans, and Lions. So, a couple winnable games in there, but, focus on playing those young guys. Redskins are in it. They actually made a trade today with me and the Bills. Kyle Williams went to the Redskins. We picked up a 4th and a 7th, and strong safety Stuart Cravens, who's probably one of the slower strong safeties in the game, but we got a plan. All right. Anyway, They lost to the Seahawks by 3. They got another tough game with the Vikings coming up. Then they got the Saints and the Giants after that. So a couple of big stretch there for the Redskins. For the Saints, kind of been up and down here. I think their record is 3-3 or 3-4, one of those. They hadn't played Week 9 yet against the Bucks. That may be a loser leave town match right there. Then they got Week 10. They're at Buffalo. That'll be a tough one. Week 11, the Redskins, tough one. Then they got the Rams and the Panthers after that. So if they can get through this tough stretch, okay. Their finishing schedule is not too bad from what I see. Seahawks are undefeated. Their talent is just shining through. They've got the Cardinals. That'll be an interesting game. Then they got the Falcons and 49ers. That's a tough little 3-game stretch there. We'll see how good Seattle really is in those next 3 games coming up. Steelers are also undefeated. That Week 1 game was real close. They had a close one with the Bears, but other than that, every other win has been double digits. They got a bye this week, and then they're not going to get a test coming up. They got the Colts, Titans, Packers, and Bengals in their next 4. So they're not going to get tested again, I think, until maybe week 17 with the Browns. So Steelers have a shot at undefeated regular season. Texans, they've got, they're going to their young guys also. But they have won 3 games. Rams, Cardinals, Ravens are their next 3. I think they can get 2 out of 3 there. Stick with Deshaun Watson, all right? Don't go trading him. Titans, it's been a tough year for the Titans, man. And just looking at their scores, it's been on more defense than offense. And, some of those things are turnovers. You got to protect the football. Their next 3, Bengals, Steelers, Colts, and then the Texans. That 4-game stretch, I think you can get 3 out of 4 there. As long as you play good, solid possession football. Then finally, the Vikings. They've had a pretty good year so far. They've only lost twice, but their last game was a loss to the Browns. They're on a bye this week, then they come out with the Redskins, Rams, and Lions, and then the Falcons. So 3 out of those 4 are pretty tough. We'll see if they're contenders or pretenders. All right. So that's this week's PEL storylines, where everybody is in the league. Next week, we'll jump back into all the drama that might be going on. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.